Good evening, everyone. This is the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, St. Charles Parish Housing Authority for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. The time is now 6 p.m. Call the meeting to order. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let's see. Our first agenda item this evening is review and approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pass a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Bailey. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, 1 second. For some reason, it's moved around.
Are we doing a roll call or
No, we're
we're
good.
going to vote?
For some reason,
Okay.
it moved around. Where'd it go? Okay. Approval of agenda. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Okay, you can make a motion now.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Bailey to approve the minutes, and we have a second.
I second.
There it goes, Miss Diggs. All right, it finally came up. All right, we have a second by Miss Diggs. Cast your votes.
No, you can hit yes. Yeah, it's just for the resolution later.
Yeah, how are you?
All right, and that passes. Our next agenda item this evening is the review and approval of board meeting minutes from September 23rd, 2025. Do we have any board discussion or a motion from the board?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pass a motion to approve the minutes from the September 23rd, 2025 meeting.
All right, Commissioner Bailey's moved to approve the minutes from the, what meeting was it? September 23rd meeting. Do we have a second? Ms. Diggs has seconded. Please cast your votes. And that passes. Next agenda item this evening is review and approval of financial reporting. That's going to be deferred until November 2025 meeting. You do have the bank statements in your board package this evening for review, and we'll, if there's no further discussion on that, we will defer that approval until the November meeting. This time we'll open for public comment for the agenda items. Public comment is now open. Seeing no one in the chamber, public comment is closed. Executive Director's report, Mr. Jackson.
Good evening, Commissioners. Again, thank you for your continued service to our community and to this housing authority. Before I go into my comments and my reports, I would like to welcome Commissioner LaRon Byrd to the Board of Commissioners. He is a born and raised member of the St. Charles Parish community, and he has worked tirelessly recently to help support our families in a number of ways through his nonprofit and outreach initiatives. So we know that he has an interest in the people and in housing specifically. So we look forward to working with Commissioner Byrd. And again, we would just like to welcome him to the Board of Commissioners. In your board packet tonight, we have our low rent report for the month of September, which can be found on page 25. And I'll go through that report. Specifically, beginning on page 25, as it relates to rent collection for the month of September, we collected $16,483.50 in rent. Of our units, of the 129 units that we have in our profile, we have leased 54, and we currently have 70 mod units, and 5 of those units are vacant. The let me go through the list of the 5 vacant units. Unit 212, actually Unit 238, Unit 254, and Unit 261 are all now move-in ready. That includes Unit 254 being the burn unit, the unit that caught fire in 2023, I believe, and we're able to complete that project this month thanks to the vendors from Guarantee Restoration Services, and they did a great job on getting that unit repaired. So we are in the process of going through a purge of our waiting list for both low rent and HCV. Once that purge is completed, we'll be able to identify those families for those 4 units so that we can get those move-in ready units leased up. And also Unit 235 should be ready in the early month of November. That unit was vacated in August and has required a little more work to get it to where it is move-in ready. We also have the list of the mod units at Des Allemands and Hanville, and the few mod units that we have currently at our Boutte location. We have a waiting list right now that is the current waiting list is 229 applicants. In the new waiting list that we received, we have 75 applicants. We had no mailing list, no waiting list mail out letters go out, and we had 22 work orders for the month of September and 13 Inspire work orders for the month of September that were completed and started in a timely manner. And between the month of August and September, we had 4 new admissions, Unit 231, 233, 237, and 260. To be for the board on pages 29 through 63, we did include in your packet the work orders that I just previously mentioned for the monthly work orders as well as the Inspire work orders. And just to make sure that you all are aware, the Inspire related work orders are those work orders that are generated after our self-inspection process that we undertake quarterly. And also we do have that update between pages 29 and 63 for all of those work orders. The next report we have is for the September HCV report, which can be found on page 65. For the month of September, as it relates to our HCV program, we had 0 port-outs searching for housing. We had 6 port-ins paying, which leased up paying, which would be from St. John, Kenner, Ouachita, and 2 from Texas. We had 21 port-ins leased up billing, 6 from Kenner, 3 from Hano, 1 from Thibodaux, 2 Houston, 2 St. John Parish, 1 from the city of Fernandina, Florida, 1 from Natchitoches, and 5 from Jefferson. We had 0 port-ins searching for housing. We had no EOPs for the month of September. And for the month of September, we we made HAP payments in the amount of $272,990.05. And for the month of September, we had an HCV income of $309,805.11. We currently have 4 voucher holders that are in-house searching. We had 1 new admission leased up from the waiting list. We have added 3 new landlords to the program. And currently we have 237 vouchers leased up with 4 total vouchers searching. And just as an FYI, we are going to begin leasing up or letting out, once the purge is complete, 2 new vouchers each month. Doing that strategically to prevent any shortfall situations, but also to increase our voucher lease ups. We consulted with 76 as well as our HUD reps, and they thought that a measured approach would be the best way to increase our voucher lease ups. We do have 1 resolution being considered by the board tonight, that being a formal acceptance of the appointment of Commissioner Byrd by the Board of Commissioners. This is a formality, just in case we're required to produce documentation regarding the board appointments for the purposes of audit. We do have an executive session tonight to discuss legal and/or personnel matters as advised by Louisiana Revised Statute. Administratively, we are looking forward to beginning our implementation of the PHA Web housing management software beginning in November, and this new system will give our staff and our residents more functionality and information as it relates to our programs. From a financial module that will strengthen our internal controls to improve property and voucher management tools, the system will be critical in the next steps we take to grow as an agency. And lastly, as you know that we are in the midst of a shutdown of the federal government, we are currently and constantly monitoring the situation, and we hope that both sides are working toward a resolution. Currently, the HUD New Orleans field office and national HUD points of contact are on furlough and are not responding to emails or phone calls at this time. Thankfully, we have drawn down the majority of our available funds for operations, and we will still receive HAP payments for our HCV program through November. There is no indication at this time that December may or may not be affected if a deal isn't reached, but we don't know for sure. And we are all timely on all of our submissions to HUD in terms of the operating grant, as well as working currently with 76 Strategies on the unaudited FDS submission, which is due in the month of November and December. So that concludes my Executive Director's report at this time. Thank you, and I look forward to any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Are there any questions this evening regarding the Executive Director's report?
Yeah, how are we doing with new landlord participation? Like I know we have 3 this month. Mm-hmm. What are we averaging each month?
We're averaging about 2 or 3 a month.
2 or 3 a month.
Yes.
So basically we're allowed to give 2 recipients vouchers to go search. So we should never be in they should always have a place to stay. I mean,
yes.
We have a lot of we have a lot of port-ins.
We do,
and I just don't want the port-ins to affect the people that are in St. Charles Parish from being able to find housing.
Yes,
because 21 port-ins is a lot, and which is good. It's good, but still, yes. We still want to make sure we have enough landlords to participate. And I know we're doing landlord outreach to make sure we get, we never have a shortfall when it comes to landlords.
Correct. And we've had an uptick every month. I think there was 1 month this year that we didn't have any new landlords, which is like the one time that we hadn't had a new landlord enter into the program through the course of 2025. But yes, there's definitely been an initiative from Cindy and myself to get that number up and to always make sure that we have at least, searching, of course, is a resident's prerogative and priority. But if for whatever reason they have any issues with finding landlords or reaching landlords according to their bedroom size, then we definitely will work with them to get them that information, get them a few, just so that they know that they have some to pick from. Options. Yeah.
Now the shutdown.
Yes.
We don't know what December's going to look like.
Right now, we don't know what December's going to look like.
Yeah, no. I didn't know is he telling me like the field offices, they're furloughed?
So, I don't know what the the exact language that is used, but most personnel in federal departments and federal offices, especially in field offices, they are furloughed, or they are actually required to work if they're in like a security sensitive position. They are required to work without pay. As of right now, and reaching out to our points of contact in the HUD field office, everyone that we would normally be able to reach out to is currently on furlough. Yes. So
I'm hoping to not have this conversation with my landlords, but do we have something to put in place? So just throw me. I just think about something to put in place that money don't come in by December. I mean, I think it should be understanding, but they should understand what's going on. But we still gonna have a few people that's gonna be upset about it that don't get that HAP money. We
would definitely. I would say right now, probably we would know for sure middle of November, and I would definitely request a budget and finance committee meeting so we can maybe explore some emergency options, reaching out to the bank to see if they can allow us to encumber a line of credit, contingent upon them understanding that direct deposit hits every month, for our HAP payments. We do have a bit of a cushion as it relates to the HCV account, so I don't have the number in front of me right now, but I would say at least 2 months that we would be able to make HAP payments without any sort of negative impact to the bank account.
Yeah, will be similar to handle. We do 2 payments. They'll handle the first and the 15th.
We do. We've reduced the 15th payments though because we've moved our landlords to direct deposit only. So a lot of the 15th, the mid-month payments were either to utility providers, or which those will continue via check because they're list bill. But we don't have to make as many 15th checks to landlords because again we moved everybody but one, I believe, to direct deposit.
Thank you.
Just pray.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's all we can do.
Yes.
Any additional questions this evening? All right. Well, moving along then. Our next agenda item is a resolution. You should have received a memorandum and a copy of the resolution for. What's that?
This is the executive session. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize.
Yeah, that's the right one, right?
Yep. That
Yeah,
is. Sorry about
resolution 2510-2801, adopting resolution ratifying appointment of LaRon Bird to the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. The purpose of the memorandum before you is to provide an overview of proposed resolution to approve and adopt a resolution ratifying the appointment of LaRon Bird to St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. Background. Authority is a public housing agency established pursuant to Louisiana law whose mission is to promote adequate and affordable housing, economic opportunity, and a living environment free from discrimination. Committed to the authority's mission, the staff is continually working to improve services, strengthen operations, and implement sound policy. As a vacancy currently exists on the St. Charles Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, Parish President Matthew Jewell has appointed LaRon Bird to the Board of Commissioners to fill the vacancy. This resolution is for the board to formally accept the appointment of Mr. Bird. Action required. Approval and adoption of this resolution by the Board of Commissioners is required to accept the appointment of LaRon Bird to the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. Recommendation. Staff recommends board approval and adoption of the proposed resolution appointing LaRon Bird to the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. Is there any comments or questions regarding this resolution before us this evening? Seeing none, do we have a motion from the board?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pass a motion to approve Resolution 2510-2801.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Bailey. It's a move to approve resolution before us this evening, and Commissioner Diggs has seconded. Please cast your votes. All right, that passes with Commissioner Byrd abstaining. Resolution 2510-2801, resolution of the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners approving and adopting resolution ratifying appointment of LaRon Bird to the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. Undersigned, being the duly elected Secretary of St. Charles Parish Housing Authority, hereby certifies that by written consent the following resolution was duly adopted. Whereas St. Charles Parish Housing Authority is a public housing authority established pursuant to Louisiana law, and whereas the mission of the authority is to promote adequate and affordable housing, economic opportunity, and a suitable living environment free from discrimination, and whereas the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development mandates the authority to adhere to all regulatory and statutory requirements regarding its governance, and whereas the governance of the authority is vested in its Board of Commissioners who are appointed in accordance with the authority's bylaws and applicable state law, and whereas a vacancy currently existed on the Board of Commissioners, and whereas LaRon Bird has been appointed to fill said vacancy by St. Charles Parish President Matthew Jewell, and whereas the Board of Commissioners finds LaRon Bird to be qualified and committed to the mission of the authority, now therefore be it resolved that LaRon Bird, the appointment of LaRon Bird, is hereby accepted by the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. The above resolution was read in full, roll was called on adoption of same, and the vote was all commissioners voting in favor with the abstention of LaRon Bird himself. Thank y'all. All right, and at this time, we do have an executive session on the agenda. If we can get a motion from one of the members of the board to move into executive session.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pass a motion that we exit the regular meeting into an executive session.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Bailey. Do we have a second? All right, Mr. Joseph has seconded. Please cast your votes. All right, and that passes unanimously. The time is now 6:21. We'll move in.
Let's back in.
Good. All right, at this time, do we have a motion to...
Whenever you gavel us back in.
At this time, do we have a motion to come back into our regular session from executive session?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pass a motion that we enter back into our regular meeting.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Bailey. Do we have a second? Ms. Diggs has seconded. Please cast your votes. All right, the time is now 6:57, and we resume our regular meeting. And at this time, our agenda is any other matters before the board this evening? Do we have anything from anyone? All right, seeing none, RAD Section 18 conversion update. Mr. Jackson.
Thank you again, Commissioners. Just as an update as it relates to the RAD Section 18 conversion process, we submitted, along with myself, Richard Murray, and Jaime Bordenave from our consultant with HUD, we submitted the RAD Section 18 application for a concept call to HUD for review on October the 15th. And we did get some immediate feedback regarding the application, namely some things that they wanted us to adjust and fix. We had utility allowances that needed to be revised, indicating also that new construction would take place. There was a box that was unchecked, so we had to redo that. And also we had our resident meetings for the conversion process in March. Unfortunately, because they require us to submit a application for a concept call within 6 months of those meetings. We did not get that in timely, so we are going to be redoing the community meetings on November the 5th. So once we get that process done, we can then resubmit the application for a concept call, which will be within the next week, because once we have that meeting with the residents, that's the only part that we have just to resubmit the application.
Is the board present for those meetings?
They don't have to be. I mean, you're more than welcome to attend. Probably wouldn't have more than a few of you, though, just to prevent any quorum issues. But I'll definitely make sure to include you all on the calendar invite if you'd like to attend. And really what we did last time, and what we'll be doing again this time, is having two meetings, one at 1 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock, for those families that may be at work earlier in the day, to make sure that whoever would like to attend can attend. And we go over the conversion process and what the plan is for that process, just to make sure that the residents are informed.
It's a meeting. It's a public meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's advertised, or
we do advertise it on the website as well as on the front door of the housing authority.
So that should avoid any conflicts if we have board members present.
Possibly.
I mean, that's the requirement, that it's public and advertised. So
okay, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
That's
okay.
right.
Just if anyone's wanting to attend, we don't have to.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. And that does conclude the update. Again, I mean, we are farther along than we've been with this process because we were able to get something submitted to HUD. We just need to make those tweaks and resubmit. And that concludes my report, my update.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Jackson this evening regarding any of what was discussed? All right. At this time, we'll again open for public comment. The time is 7 p.m. Seeing no one in the chambers, public comment is closed. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
All right, Mr. Chair, I'd like to pass a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
All right, Commissioner Bailey's moved to adjourn the meeting. We have a second by Ms. Diggs. Please cast your votes. And that passes. The time is 7:01, and we are adjourned. Thank y'all.